96.
Do you want to fly?
What's the quickest way to go? What's the quickest way to go?
By plane, go by plane, that's the quickest way to go. There's a flight, today that's the quickest way to go.
Ders 96. Bir uçak bileti satın alma. Dinleyin. Ben Labıt, İtalya'ya bir uçak bileti satın almak istiyor. Verdi ailesinin yanında kalmak üzere davet edildi.
What's the cheapest way to get to Italy?
It depends where in Italy.
Turin.
Do you want to fly?
If it's not too expensive.
I've got a direct flight on Friday.
Oh, is there anything before that?
I'll check on the terminal. There's a flight on Wednesday, but you'll have to change planes in Bergamo.
That's all right.
It doesn't leave you much time to learn Italian. Or do you speak it already?
No, I don't. But I'm teaching myself.
Well, you'll get plenty of practice in Italy.
I hope so. Mind you, I haven't been learning for long.
Don't worry. Do what I do. If I don't know the word, I just point.
In English or Italian?
Oh!
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
What's the cheapest way to go to the United States?
What's the cheapest way to go to the United States?
The cheapest and the quickest.
It depends where you want to go.
It depends where. It depends when.
It depends on several things. There's a flight on Wednesday.
It's not a direct flight.
You have to change planes in London.
Change planes.
Change trains.
Change buses.
You have to be at the airport an hour before takeoff.
You have to be at the airport an hour before takeoff.
Takeoff.
Landing.
The plane takes off at 10.
It lands in New York at 12.
Can you speak the language?
I'm teaching myself. Myself.
Yourself.
Himself.
He's teaching himself English.
I'm studying at home.
I'm learning a lot.
Practice.
Exercise 1.
At the travel agents.
Alıştırma 1. Seyahat acentasında. Seyahat acentasındaki görevlinin yerine geçin. Önce 2 örnek.
Is there a direct flight to Martinique?
I'm afraid not. You have to change planes in St. Lucia.
How long does it take?
It takes 11 hours to St. Lucia, and then 1 hour from St. Lucia to Martinique.
Is there a direct flight to Barbados?
Yes, there is.
How long does it take?
It takes 10 hours.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
Is there a direct flight to St. Lucia?
Yes, there is.
How long does it take?
It takes 11 hours.
Is there a direct flight to St. Vincent?
I'm afraid not. You have to change planes in Barbados.
How long does it take?
It takes 10 hours to Barbados, and then half an hour from Barbados to St. Vincent.
Is there a direct flight to Guadeloupe?
I'm afraid not. You have to change planes in Barbados.
How long does it take?
It takes 10 hours to Barbados, and then 1 hour from Barbados to Guadeloupe.
Is there a direct flight to Jamaica?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to change planes in Miami.
How long does it take?
It takes 9 hours to Miami, and 2 from Miami to Jamaica.
Exercise 2.
Enjoy yourself.
Alıştırma 2A. Eğlenin. Şu dönüşlü zamirleri dinleyin ve tekrar edin.
I, myself.
You, yourself.
He, himself.
Her, herself.
It, itself.
We, ourselves.
You, yourselves.
They, themselves.
Alıştırma 2B. Şu cümleleri tekrarlayın.
I looked at myself.
You'll hurt yourself.
He talks to himself.
We mustn't blame ourselves.
You must all enjoy yourselves.
They must wash themselves.
Exercise 3. Sing this song.
What's the quickest way to go? What's the quickest way to go?
By plane, go by plane, that's the quickest way to go. There's a flight, today that's the quickest way to go.
96. dersin sonu.
English.
Lesson 97.
The most unusual play.
That was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Oh yes, the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Was it a joke?
Don't ask me.
What did it mean?
Don't ask me. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Oh yes, the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Ders 97. Üstünlük derecesi gösteren sıfatlar. Dinleyin. Sam ve Diana Lovett, yeni fabrikaya taşınma telaşına girişmeden önce Edinburgh Festivali'ne giderek hak ettikleri tatilin tadını çıkarıyorlar. Şu anda tiyatrodan çıktılar.
That was the most unusual play I've ever seen.
It was all Greek to me. I didn't understand a word.
According to the program, it was about the bomb.
Yeah. What have 5 people in a bus shelter got to do with a bomb?
Don't ask me.
I liked the bit where the hero cut off the fingers of his glove after shaking hands. I thought that was very funny.
I don't think it was meant to be a joke. I think it was a symbol.
You may be right. Nobody else laughed. And who was the man in the bath?
I think he was a symbol too.
Next time we go to a play about the bomb, let's hope it has a good plot, some good music, and a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Maybe not an end.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini birden yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin. Önce şu sözleri yalnızca dinleyin.
That was the most unusual play I've ever seen.
That was the most unusual play I've ever seen.
This is the funniest book I've ever read.
This is the funniest book I've ever read.
Play.
Film.
Program.
Unusual.
Strange.
Bizarre.
Book.
Article.
Poem.
Funny.
Witty.
Amusing.
What did you think of the music?
The music.
The songs?
The story.
The plot?
I liked the plot.
But what did it mean?
Don't ask me.
I didn't understand a word.
Perhaps it was a joke.
Nobody laughed.
Everybody cried.
The end was dramatic.
The beginning.
The middle.
The end.
Practice.
Exercise 2.
Irregular verbs.
Alıştırma 2. Düzensiz fiiller. Şu düzensiz fiilleri dinleyin ve öğrenin.
See. Saw. Seen.
Begin. Began. Begun.
Write. Wrote. Written.
Hear. Heard. Heard.
Read. Read. Read.
Understand. Understood. Understood.
Meet. Met. Met.
Mean. Meant. Meant.
Catch. Caught. Caught.
Exercise 3.
What did you think of it?
Alıştırma 3. Nasıl buldunuz? Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak oyunla ilgili sorulara cevap verin. Önce 2 örnek.
What did you think of the play?
It's the most unusual play I've ever seen.
What did you think of the jokes in it?
They're the funniest jokes I've ever heard.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
What did you think of the music?
It's the most exciting I've ever heard.
What did you think of the songs?
They're the wittiest songs I've ever heard.
What did you think of the end?
It's the most dramatic end I've ever seen.
What did you think of the author?
He's the strangest man I've ever met.
What did you think of the article I wrote about the play?
It's the most brilliant article I've ever read.
Exercise 4. Sing this song.
That was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Oh yes, the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Was it a joke?
Don't ask me.
What did it mean?
Don't ask me. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Oh yes, the strangest thing I've ever seen.
97. dersin sonu.
88.
When you finish, we'll have a party.
If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time, we'll finish on time. When we finish the job, you can begin, you can begin. If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time, we'll finish on time. When we finish the job, you can begin, you can begin.
Ders 98. Çalışma programı. Dinleyin. Yeni fabrikada inşaat işleri tamamlanmak üzere. Sam Lovett, boyacılardan biriyle konuşuyor.
Are you going to finish on time?
I think so. But it depends on the electricians. They're a bit behind schedule.
Oh. When are they going to finish?
Tomorrow. Or the next day.
Will that leave you enough time?
We might need some extra men, but I think we can catch up.
Good.
When are you moving in?
On the 25th, if everything goes according to plan.
We'll have finished by then.
I'll tell you what. When you finish, we'll have a party.
I'll hold you to that. Oh, look at the time. It's 6 o'clock. I better tell the men to stop. Do you fancy a drink with us, Mr. Lovett?
That would be nice.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
When can you deliver?
By Friday.
By the end of the month.
I'll pay you when you deliver.
I'll pay you when you deliver.
Cash on delivery.
COD.
When will the job be finished?
The painters can begin when the builders have finished. The painters can begin when the builders have finished.
Builder.
Plasterer.
Carpenter.
Plumber.
Electrician.
Painter.
Workman.
They're behind schedule. At the moment.
They're behind schedule at the moment. When the good weather comes, they'll catch up.
When the good weather comes, they'll catch up.
They'll have finished the job by Easter.
They'll have finished the job by Easter.
Easter.
Christmas.
New Year.
If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time.
If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time.
Practice.
Exercise 1. Work schedule.
Alıştırma 1. İş programı. Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak banttaki sorulara cevap verin. Önce bir
When the builders are finished, the carpenters can begin.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
Then what?
When the carpenters are finished, the electricians can begin.
And then?
When the electricians are finished, the plumbers can begin.
And after that?
When the plumbers are finished, the plasterers can begin.
What next?
When the plasterers are finished, the painters can begin.
Exercise 3. Sing this song.
If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time, we'll finish on time. When we finish the job, you can begin, you can begin. If everything goes according to plan, we'll finish on time, we'll finish on time. When we finish the job, you can begin, you can begin.
98. dersin sonu.
Lesson 99.
I'd like to thank everybody.
It was a very nice day, we had a wonderful time. I'd like to thank you for everything you did. I can't tell you how much we enjoyed ourselves. I'm very grateful for everything you did. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping. Thank you for everything you did.
Ders 99. Teşekkür etme. Dinleyin. Lovett parfümleri Oxford'un hemen dışındaki yeni fabrikasına taşındı. Şu anda bu olayı kutlamak üzere bir davet verilmekte. Sam Lovett bir konuşma yapıyor.
This is a wonderful occasion. Here we are in the new factory, and it's a wonderful place. I'd like to thank everybody for everything they've done. I'd like to thank the builders, the painters, the architects, and of course, the staff of Lovett Perfume. We can all feel proud of ourselves. And I'd like to tell you a story now. There was once an old lady, and she kept goats. And one day, her billy goat was ill. So she called the vet. Your billy goat has got a cold, the vet said. You must keep him warm. All right, the old lady said. I'll put him in my bed. Good God, said the vet. What about the smell? Too bad, the old lady replied. He'll have to get used to it. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody needs perfume. And if everything goes according to plan, it's our perfume that they will want. I'd like to drink a toast to Lovett Perfumes and the new factory. Lovett Perfumes.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
I'd like to thank you for everything you've done.
I'd like to thank you for everything you've done.
I'm very grateful for everything you did.
I'm very grateful for everything you did.
We really enjoyed ourselves.
It was a wonderful occasion.
A great occasion.
An important event.
A very pleasant weekend.
A most enjoyable evening.
It was very kind of you.
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it.
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it.
Thank you for inviting my son.
Thank you for inviting my son.
He had a wonderful time.
He really enjoyed himself.
I hope I can repay your kindness one day.
I hope I can repay your kindness one day.
If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.
If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.
Practice.
Exercise 1.
A thank you letter.
Alıştırma 1. Bir teşekkür mektubu. İşte bir teşekkür mektubu örneği. Sizin yazdığınız mektup daha değişik olabilir. Bu mektup örneğinde geçen sözlere dikkat edin.
Dear Bill, I'd like to thank you for a most enjoyable weekend. I can't tell you how much we enjoyed ourselves. Our son had a wonderful time too. It was very kind of you to teach him to play tennis. I'm very grateful for everything you did, and I hope I can repay your kindness one day. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. With best wishes, yours sincerely, John.
Exercise 3. Sing this song.
It was a very nice day, we had a wonderful time. I'd like to thank you for everything you did. I can't tell you how much we enjoyed ourselves. I'm very grateful for everything you did. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping. Thank you for everything you did.
99. dersin sonu.
100.
Progress quiz for level 5.
This is the progress quiz. Yes, it is the progress quiz. That's what it is.
Ders 100. 5. seviye için ara sınavı.
Exercise 1.
I can recommend it.
Alıştırma 1. Tavsiye edebilirim. Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak şu sözlere katılın. Önce 2 örnek.
I'm teaching myself English.
So am I.
I don't go to school.
Neither do I.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
I tried to learn at a school.
So did I.
But I didn't understand a word.
Neither did I.
Nor did I. Now I'm using Oxford English.
So am I.
I have never enjoyed learning English before.
Neither have I.
Nor have I.
I have now done 100 lessons.
So have I.
And I can recommend it.
So can I.
Exercise 3.
I, me, my, mine, myself.
Alıştırma 3. Ben, beni, bana, benim, benimki, kendim. Aşağıdaki zamir dizilerini dinleyin ve duyduklarınızdan yararlanarak tabloyu tamamlayın.
I, you, he, she, it, we, they, you.
Me, you, him, her, it, us, them, you.
My, your, his, her, its, our, their, your.
Mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs, yours.
Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, themselves, yourselves.
Exercise 6.
Pronunciation.
Alıştırma 6. Telaffuz. Aşağıdaki kelimeleri dinleyin. Duyduklarınızdan yararlanarak alıştırmayı tamamlayın.
Burn,
No,
Said.
Cheese.
learn,
shoes,
Do.
Lose.
so,
enough,
One.
Were.
head,
please,
One.
Her.
rough.
you.
Exercise 11.
Telephone conversation.
Alıştırma 11. Telefon görüşmesi. Şu telefon görüşmesini dinleyin. Sonra söylenenleri olması gereken sıraya göre yazın.
Hello?
Hello. Can I speak to Jane, please?
Of course. Who's speaking?
It's John.
Hold on. I'll get her. I'm sorry, she's out.
Ah, do you know when she'll be back?
I'm afraid I don't.
Could you ask her to phone me when she gets back?
Yes, of course. I'm sure she won't be long.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Exercise 12.
Past tenses.
Alıştırma 12. Geçmiş zamanlar. Şu düzensiz fiillerin ikinci ve üçüncü hallerini dinleyin ve yazın.
See. Saw. Seen.
Where? War. Warn.
No. New. Known.
Give. Gave. Given.
Lose. Lost. Lost.
Exercise 13.
Gaps.
Alıştırma 13. Boşluklar. Şu sözleri dinleyerek cümlelerdeki boşlukları doldurun.
I'm allergic to coffee.
The plane takes off at 6.
I don't agree with you.
I'm not sure about this food.
I think she's in. Hold on, I'll look.
We are behind schedule.
We will catch up by the weekend.
These earrings are made of...
He's out of practice.
I'm very grateful for everything.
Aferin. 5. seviye için yapılan ara sınavının sonu.
That was the progress quiz. Yes, it was the progress quiz. That's what it was.
English.
Lesson 101.
If I joined the firm.
What's your salary? What's your job? How much tax do you pay? If you joined that firm, you would earn more money and you'd have longer holidays. What's your salary? What's your job? How much tax do you pay?
Ders 101. Şart cümleleri. Dinleyin. Lovett'ların parfüm işi çok gelişti. Şirketin mali işleri yönetecek birisine ihtiyacı var. Diana Lovett, muhasebecileri Peter Broom'u bu görevi yüklenmesi için ikna etmeye çalışıyor.
You're the obvious person, Peter. Nobody knows as much about the business as you do, and nobody could do the job as well as you.
It's nice of you to say so, Diana, but the idea is crazy. Sam's my oldest friend, it's true, but I couldn't possibly work for him.
Why on earth not?
I go mad. You know what Sam's like. As long as I'm his accountant, I can boss him about. But if I joined the firm, Sam would be the boss. I don't think I'd like that.
No, seriously, Peter. He's an excellent employer, and he would give you a very good deal.
I know he would, Diana, but I like being my own boss. I've got a pretty successful accountancy practice here in Oxford, and I don't want to give it up.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini birlikte yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra yeniden dinleyin ve durdurma düğmesine basarak hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
I work for myself.
I like being my own boss.
Boss.
Employer.
Employee.
If I joined that firm, I would earn more money. I'd have longer holidays. But I would go mad.
Mad.
Crazy.
It's a crazy idea.
I don't want to work in an office.
I don't want to work in an office.
I don't like the idea of a 9-to-5 job.
I don't like the idea of a 9-to-5 job.
What's your salary?
How much tax do you pay?
Do you have an expense account?
If I were a senior executive, I would have a company car.
If I were a senior executive, I would have a company car.
He's a dynamic young executive.
He's very ambitious.
Exercise 3.
Translation.
Alıştırma 3. Çeviri. Biraz önce yazdıklarınızı yüksek sesle söyleyin. Bantta duyduklarınızı hemen arkasından tekrar edin.
If I worked... If I worked in that office, I would go mad. If I worked in that office, I would go mad.
If I joined that firm, I would earn more. I would earn more money. If I joined that firm, I would earn more money.
If he earned more money, he would have to pay more tax. If he earned more money, he would have to pay more tax.
My boss would like me. My boss would like me to be more ambitious. My boss would like me to be more ambitious.
A good salary. I don't have a very good salary. But I like my job. I don't have a very good salary, but I like my job.
Exercise 4. Now sing this song.
What's your salary? What's your job? How much tax do you pay? If you joined that firm, you would earn more money and you'd have longer holidays. What's your salary? What's your job? How much tax do you pay?
101. dersin sonu.
English.
Lesson 102.
You've got such lovely hair.
You've got such lovely hair, such lovely hair. It's so beautiful, yeah.
Hair conditioner. I often use a hair conditioner. Hair dryer. I never use a hair dryer.
You've got such lovely hair, it's so beautiful, yeah.
Ders 102. Kadın berberinde. Sıklık gösteren zarfların kullanılması. Diana Lovett, Oxford'daki berberinde saçını yıkatıyor.
Oh, Mrs. Lovett, it's so nice to see you.
Good morning, Raymond.
Teresa, Mrs. Lovett usually has our number 5 shampoo.
Yes, Mr. Raymond.
And when you've finished, tell me straight away. Mrs. Lovett is a very busy woman.
Yes, Mr. Raymond. You're Tim's mother, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
He's in my brother's class at school.
Oh, really? What's your brother's name?
Brian Robinson.
Brian. What a coincidence. Tim and Brian are very good friends.
Brian's always talking about your family. Oh, do you want a conditioner?
Yes, please.
Yıkadıktan sonra berber, Diana'nın saçını kesmeye başlıyor.
You've got such lovely hair, Mrs. Lovett. It's a pleasure to cut it.
I'm sure you say that to all your customers.
Yes, but I don't always mean it.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Önce şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini birden yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyin ve durdurma düğmesine basarak hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
Your hair is so lovely.
You've got such lovely hair.
Who is your hairdresser?
He's so good.
He's such a good hairdresser.
He cuts my hair beautifully.
Cut.
Wash.
Dry.
Brush.
Comb.
He does it perfectly.
He always uses the best shampoo.
Always.
Rarely.
Never.
Usually.
Sometimes.
Often.
I often use a conditioner.
I never use a hairdryer.
A brush.
A comb.
A hairdryer.
A pair of scissors.
My hairdresser's name is Raymond.
How extraordinary.
What a coincidence.
He's my hairdresser too.
Practice.
Exercise 1.
Audio crossword.
Alıştırma 1. Sesli bulmaca. Şu görüşmeyi dinleyin. Verilen bilgileri kullanarak bulmacayı çözün.
How often do you go to the hairdresser?
You're asking the wrong person.
Why's that?
Because I've never been to a hairdresser in my life.
Never? Why not?
My mum always does it. She used to be a hairdresser.
Well, it looks very good.
And I sometimes cut it myself.
Mm-hmm. What about washing?
My hair?
Yes.
Do you really want to know?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Funny question.
Well, I usually wash it on Sunday for work on Monday.
Do you use a conditioner?
Oh, not often.
One last question. What make of hairdryer do you use?
I've no idea.
Have you got one?
Yes, but I use it so rarely. Why do you want to know all this?
Exercise 3. Sing this song.
You've got such lovely hair, such lovely hair. It's so beautiful, yeah.
Hair conditioner. I often use a hair conditioner. Hair dryer. I never use a hair dryer.
You've got such lovely hair, it's so beautiful, yeah.
102. dersin sonu.
English.
Lesson 103.
Did you fight?
We joined the Navy to see the world, but what did we see? We saw the sea. We joined the Navy to see the world, but what did we see? We saw the sea.
Ders 103. Savaş ve barış. Dinleyin. Tim Lovett'la babası Sam, albümdeki aile fotoğraflarına bakıyorlar.
Who's this?
It's your grandfather.
I didn't know he was a soldier.
Well, that photo was taken during the war.
Which war?
The Second World War.
Did you fight in that war?
Come off it. I'm not that old.
Would you have to fight if there was another war?
Probably not. I'd be too old.
I hope I don't have to fight in a war.
So do I, Tim.
Mind you, when I'm old enough to join the army, perhaps soldiers will be obsolete. The politicians will do everything with computers and missiles.
What a terrifying idea.
Countries should just have a football match instead of a war. That's what I think.
Ah, but who would be the referee? Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini yalnızca dinleyin. Sonra yeniden dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
Grandmother.
Grandfather.
I didn't know he was a soldier.
I didn't know he was a soldier.
Soldier.
Sailor.
Airman.
He did his military service in the army.
He did his military service in the army.
Army.
Navy.
Air Force.
He joined the army.
He fought for his country.
I didn't know that.
To declare war.
To fight.
To kill.
To get killed.
To make peace.
I'm against war.
I'm for peace.
War is a fact of life.
War is unavoidable.
War is immoral.
Nuclear war is madness.
That's what I think.
Practice.
Exercise 1.
Opinions.
Alıştırma 1. Görüşler. Dinleyin ve tekrarlayın.
War is madness. I'm against it. War is madness and I'm against it.
I'm in the army. I hope I never have to fight. I'm in the army, but I hope I never have to fight.
War is immoral. It's a fact of life. War is immoral, but it's a fact of life.
I'm for peace. I'd fight for my country. I'm for peace, but I'd fight for my country.
I'm a soldier. Fighting is my job. I'm a soldier, and fighting is my job.
I'm against killing. I don't want to get killed. I'm against killing, and I don't want to get killed.
I'm in the Navy. I'm for my country, right or wrong. I'm in the Navy, and I'm for my country, right or wrong.
I'd fight if I had to. I think war is madness. I'd fight if I had to, but I think war is madness.
Şimdi yalnızca dinleyin.
War is madness, and I'm against it.
I'm in the army, but I hope I never have to fight.
War is immoral, but it's a fact of life.
I'm for peace, but I'd fight for my country.
I'm a soldier, and fighting is my job.
I'm against killing, and I don't want to get killed.
I'm in the Navy, and I'm for my country, right or wrong.
I'd fight if I had to, but I think war is madness.
Exercise 2.
I didn't know that.
Alıştırma 2. Bunu bilmiyordum. Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak şu sözlere cevap verin. Önce 2 örnek.
I know John.
I didn't know you knew John.
He's a friend of mine.
I didn't know he was a friend of yours.
Şimdi siz devam edin.
We live in the same street.
I didn't know you lived in the same street.
He's in the Air Force.
I didn't know he was in the Air Force.
I want to join the Air Force.
I didn't know you wanted to join the Air Force.
But I'm too young.
I didn't know you were too young.
You have to be 18.
I didn't know you had to be 18.
I'm only 17.
I didn't know you were only 17. Exercise 3.
Verbs.
Alıştırma 3. Fiiller. Dinleyin. Şu fiilleri dinleyin. Bazıları düzensiz. Duyduklarınızı kullanarak fiillerin 3. hallerini cümlelere yerleştirin. Bunların ilk 4'ü düzensiz fiildir.
Hurt, hurt, hurt.
Cut, cut, cut.
Shoot, shot, shot.
Break, broke, broken.
Scratch, scratched, scratched.
Bruise, bruised, bruised.
Kill, killed, killed.
Exercise 4.
Pronunciation.
Alıştırma 4. Telaffuz. Şu kelimeleri ve sözleri tekrar edin.
Daughter.
Ought to.
My daughter ought to be in bed.
Bought.
Caught.
I bought a ticket and caught the train.
Thought.
Fought.
I thought he fought in the war.
Exercise 5. Sing this song.
We joined the Navy to see the world, but what did we see? We saw the sea. We joined the Navy to see the world, but what did we see? We saw the sea.
103. dersin sonu.
English.
Lesson 104.
Here's your boarding card.
Here's my ticket, I'd like to check in.
Here are my cases, I'd like to check in.
Here's my ticket, I'd like to check in.
Here are my cases, I'd like to check in. Have a good trip, here's your boarding card.
Ders 104. Havaalanında uçağa biniş işlemleri. Dinleyin. Lovett'ların dostu ve iş ortağı Senyor Verdi uçakla İtalya'ya dönüyor. Ben Lovett onu arabasıyla havaalanına götürdü.
Could I have your ticket, please?
Here you are.
Shall I put your case on the scales?
Ah, thank you, Ben.
Will passengers please go to gate number 11?
Where would you like to sit, Mr. Verdi?
By the window, please.
In the smoking area?
I don't mind.
Here's your boarding card. Passport control is upstairs. You better hurry, sir. They've just called your flight.
Thank you. Ben, I must fly. If you'll forgive the pun. Hey, I'll see you again soon.
Have a good trip.
Thanks.
Oh, and tell your lazy daughter that she owes me a letter.
I will. Hey,
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Repetition.
Tekrar. Şu sözleri dinleyin. Önce hepsini bir arada dinleyin. Sonra bir daha dinleyerek durdurma düğmesine basın ve hepsini teker teker tekrar edin.
I'm a passenger.
I'm flying to Milan.
I've got a seat on the flight to Milan.
I've got a seat on the flight to Milan.
I'd like to check in.
Could I have your ticket, please?
Ticket.
Passport.
Boarding card.
Have you got any baggage?
Case.
Baggage.
Hand luggage.
Where would you like to sit? By a window.
By the aisle.
In a smoking area.
In a no-smoking area.
Go through passport control to gate number 11.
Go through passport control to gate number 11.
Passport control.
Customs.
The plane is waiting.
Have a good trip. Practice.
Exercise 1.
Checking in.
Alıştırma 1. Biniş işlemleri. Daha önce yazdıklarınızı kullanarak yolcunun yerine geçin.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to check in, please.
Certainly.
I'm flying to Milan.
Could I have your ticket, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. What luggage have you got?
Just hand luggage.
Where would you like to sit?
In a no-smoking area, please.
Here's your boarding card.
Thank you.
Have a good trip.
Exercise 3. Sing this song.
Here's my ticket, I'd like to check in.
Here are my cases, I'd like to check in.
Here's my ticket, I'd like to check in.
Here are my cases, I'd like to check in. Have a good trip, here's your boarding card.
Böylece 104. ders bitiyor.
English.
Lesson 105.
I'm going to miss him.
I was sorry to hear about your accident. I was sorry to hear about your accident. You have my sympathy, my deepest sympathy. I was sorry to hear about your accident.
Ders 105. Başsağlığı dileme. Adam Ross'un yaşlı babası yeni ölmüştür. Adam, Lucy Lovett'ı Londra'da teyzesi Stephanie Champion ile birlikte oturduğu evde görmeye gider.
Hello, Adam.
Hello, Stephanie.
Lucy's not back yet. Come in. I'm very sorry to hear about your father.
Oh, it's kind of you to say so.
How's your mother?
She's very upset, as you'd expect. But she's a strong woman, and it wasn't really a surprise.
Was your father ill?
No, but he was in his 80s.
Oh, I'd no idea that he was so old.
He fooled a lot of people. He was a tough old fellow. I'm going to miss him. But I suppose death comes to us all eventually.
When's the funeral?
On Wednesday.
Oh, that'll be Lucy.
Repetition.
Önce yalnızca dinleyin.
I'm so sorry to hear about the death of your grandfather.
Everybody was very sad to hear about it.
Everybody was very sad to hear about it.
You have my deepest sympathy.
It must have been...
A terrible shock.
It must have been a terrible shock.
I can't tell you.
How sorry I am.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
You must be very upset.
It is a great loss.
He died in an accident.
He died of old age.
He was in his 80s.
The funeral is on Wednesday.
Funeral.
Burial.
Cremation.
Coffin.
Grave.
Gravestone.
Cemetery.
Churchyard.
Death comes to us all eventually.
But life must go on.
Şimdi dinleyin ve tekrar edin.
I'm so sorry to hear about the death of your grandfather.
Everybody was very sad to hear about it.
Everybody was very sad to hear about it.
You have my deepest sympathy.
It must have been...
A terrible shock.
It must have been a terrible shock.
I can't tell you
How sorry I am.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
You must be very upset.
It is a great loss.
He died in an accident.
He died of old age.
He was in his 80s.
The funeral is on Wednesday.
Funeral.
Burial.
Cremation.
Coffin.
Grave.
Gravestone.
Cemetery.
Churchyard.
Death comes to us all eventually.
But life must go on. Practice.
Exercise 1.
Eminent men.
Ünlü kişiler. Hazırladığınız bilgiyi kullanarak şu soruları yanıtlayın.
First, an example.
When did Sir Winston Churchill die?
Churchill died in 1965. He was in his 90s. Now you continue.
When did John Keats die?
Keats died in 1821. He was in his 20s.
When did Sir Arthur Conan Doyle die?
Conan Doyle died in 1930. He was in his 70s.
When did Oscar Wilde die?
Oscar Wilde died in 1900. He was in his 40s.
When did Charles Dickens die?
Dickens died in 1870. He was in his 50s.
When did Sigmund Freud die?
Freud died in 1939. He was in his 80s.
What about Lord Byron?
Byron died in 1824. He was in his 30s.
Now, sing the song.
I was sorry to hear about your accident. I was sorry to hear about your accident. You have my sympathy, my deepest sympathy. I was sorry to hear about your accident.
105. dersin sonu.